In the realm of modern work culture, the shadows of presenteeism still loom large, often exerting undue pressure on employees. This is another toxic phenomenon where individuals feel compelled to extend their working hours way beyond what's contractually expected and poses a significant threat to personal well-being and especially work-life balance. If you're experiencing this pressure, it's essential to understand its toxicity and identify strategies to regain control of your work boundaries. I'm Jo Banks. I've been a professional executive business coach for 15 years, and I'm sharing what I know. Why presenteeism exists. Companies often develop a presenteeism culture due to several interconnected factors deeply ingrained in organisational norms, expectations, and historical work patterns. Firstly, we have traditional work culture, norms from the past. Historically, success was associated with visible effort, long hours, and dedication displayed by being physically present at work. This mindset persists in so many workplaces, reinforcing the idea that more hours equate to greater commitment and productivity. Hierarchical influence. Some corporate cultures, especially those with hierarchical structures, might promote presenteeism as a means to demonstrate loyalty and dedication to superiors, creating an environment where being present is valued more than actual productivity. And I know certainly in the past, in my corporate career, I worked for organisations like that. And unfortunately, even though that was 15 years ago, I still hear stories from my clients that indicate that that has not changed in many places. Productivity metrics focus on quantity over quality. Metrics emphasizing hours worked rather than outcomes achieved can inadvertently incentivize presenteeism. When employees feel their worth is measured solely by the hours spent in the office, they might prioritize quantity over the quality of their work. Unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic workloads or tight deadlines set by management can lead to employees believing that staying late or working outside of regular working hours is necessary to meet expectations, fostering that culture where presenteeism is rewarded or even expected. Organisational communication and policies. Implicit expectations. Lack of clear communication about expectations regarding work hours, availability, and the importance of work-life balance can create ambiguity. Employees might perceive an unspoken expectation to be present long beyond their contractual hours. Inadequate support systems. Insufficient support systems for employee well-being, such as limited access to flexible work environments, mental health resources, or policies encouraging time off, can inadvertently push employees toward presenteeism. Leadership and role modelling. Leadership behaviour. I always say behaviour breeds behaviour. As leaders, we have a massive responsibility to show people the right thing to do and how to behave. When leaders themselves exhibit presenteeism by working excessive hours or sending emails during off hours, it sets a precedent for employees to follow suit, reinforcing that idea that constant availability is crucial for success. Reward systems. If promotions, recognition, or rewards are tied to more hours worked than actual performance or innovative contributions, employees are incentivized to prioritize presenteeism to advance their careers. Resistance to change. Traditional mindset And oh my goodness, wasn't this challenged to the very nth degree during lockdown? Resistance to change and a belief that this is how things have always been done can impede efforts to shift away from presenteeism culture, even if there's a recognition that it has a negative impact. Fear of perceived slacking. Managers or supervisors might fear that allowing more flexibility or more remote working could lead to decreased productivity or a perception that employees are slacking off. Understanding the toxic nature of presenteeism. Identifying presenteeism pressures. Presenteeism pressure can manifest in subtle yet impactful ways. It might involve feeling obligated to respond to emails after hours, consistently staying late at the office despite completing tasks, or experiencing anxiety about taking scheduled time off. I remember back in my corporate days when I was taking 2 weeks away on holiday, my boss asking me or telling me, "You are taking your work phone, aren't you? Because you could be at least just doing your emails while you're sitting on the beach." Impact on individual well-being. This pressure takes a toll on mental health, leading to increased stress, burnout, a sense of constant urgency that erodes work-life boundaries. Continuously stretching beyond contracted hours hampers personal time, impacting on relationships, hobbies, and overall life satisfaction. Strategies for managing presenteeism pressure. Establish clear boundaries. I do have a video on boundaries. I'll leave it below. Communicate your working hours explicitly to your colleagues and your supervisors and bosses. Clearly delineate the times when you are available and prioritize personal time to recharge and rejuvenate. This is one that I work with so many of my clients on. They come to me just so completely depleted and burnt out, and it's largely because they have no boundaries in place. They're feeling that they have to be available 24 hours a day. Boundaries are critical. Practice assertive communication. When confronted with expectations that exceed your contracted hours, respectfully assert your boundaries. Explain that maintaining a healthy work-life balance is crucial for sustained productivity and well-being. Prioritize tasks and time management. Efficiently manage your workload by prioritizing tasks and setting realistic deadlines with your manager. Use time management techniques like the Pomodoro technique or task batching to enhance productivity during working hours. Embrace remote work flexibility. If possible, and I know many of us have been doing that, although we're starting to kind of creep back into work now, but if you can, leverage remote work options to create a conducive environment for focused work. One of the things that I used to say when I was in the corporate world was I could get through as much work in 1 hour as I would doing 4 hours in the office because of all the interruptions. Remote work can also offer flexibility in structuring your day and helping you accomplish tasks more effectively. Seek support and guidance. Engage in open conversations with your manager or HR about the pressures you're experiencing. They might offer solutions or guidance on how to navigate these challenges while maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Utilize well-being resources. Explore available resources within your organisation, such as coaching, counselling services, mental health programs, or workshops focused on stress management, resilience, mental toughness, and work-life balance. That's a big part of the corporate work that I do. Taking charge of your work-life balance. Set realistic expectations for yourself. Recognize that perfection is unattainable and that setting boundaries is not only acceptable, but necessary for long-term success and well-being. Foster hobbies and personal time. Allocate dedicated time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Engaging in hobbies or spending quality time with loved ones outside of work fosters a healthier mindset and a much more balanced life. And I say this in at least 50% of my videos. Practice self-care. Prioritize self-care by maintaining a healthy lifestyle. This includes regular exercise, adequate sleep, mindfulness practices, to anything you can do to alleviate stress and rejuvenate your mind and body. Evaluate and reflect regularly. Periodically assess your work habits and assess whether they align with your values and your well-being. Reflect on areas where adjustments can be made to reinforce your boundaries. The wrap-up. Navigating presenteeism pressures really requires a proactive approach to safeguard your mental health and that work-life balance. By setting clear boundaries, prioritizing tasks effectively, and advocating for your well-being, you empower yourself to thrive in a demanding work environment. Remember, it's absolutely essential to communicate your needs and limitations to create a healthier work-life equilibrium. Embracing a balanced approach to work not only benefits your mental health and personal life, but it enhances your productivity. You're going to be so much more productive if you aren't working those ridiculously long hours and being interrupted when you are trying to have personal time. It will really make a massive impact on the contribution you make within the workplace. While the pressures of presenteeism may persist, your commitment to maintaining a balanced life sends a powerful message to yourself and your workplace that your well-being matters as much as your professional dedication. By taking charge and prioritizing your well-being, you pave the way for a healthier and more sustainable work environment for yourself and those around you. What next? Have you experienced presenteeism in your career? I know I have oodles in mine. If so, what did you do about it? I love hearing your experiences. Leave them in the comments section below. I read everything and genuinely love interacting with you all. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. I will be doing cute live Q&A sessions once I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So that's a further reason to hit that subscribe button. Finally, thank you to everybody who watches until the very end. And thank you so much for your continued support. It really does mean the world to me.